Just a minute, man. Coming at you back here in Walk Studio and back in Studio B. We want to say we give God all the praise, all the honor, give him all the glory. Thanking him for life, health, and strength. And I just come to make a brief announcement about today, I should say this evening rather. Um, this here for the local viewers, for the local community. In other words, we will be having Antioch Missionary Baptist Church will not have our because of the runoffs at the polls, and my church family is very heavily involved in that process of being at the polls and everything. We will not have the 6 o'clock call in church Bible study on today, I should say, on this evening, 6 o'clock p.m. So those of you that are local, all of the local family, you heard it first here. We Deacon Greg Holmes have sent out uh, text messages to everybody, so everybody should have gotten a text message earlier. But just in case you didn't, and you do see this video, you will still know that we will not be having the church call Bible study on today at 6. But now my own personal Bible study will take place if the Lord say so. It will take place at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as usual. It will be broadcast on the blog Talk Radio. As I told y'all, I'm going to continue to use Blog Talk because I started with Blog Talk and I'm going to stay with them until it's become, like I said, until it becomes unnecessary. I mean, I'm talking about directly unnecessary to it really and truly, y'all. I could really do it. I could really do my Bible study using this here application I'm using right now, point blank. I could do everything from Restream and stream it straight to YouTube as well as Facebook, like I'm doing as with this video. I could do the same thing with the Bible study. But because of the fact that I have been using the Blog Talk platform for so many years, over 13 years ago, I started with this here. The Lord told me to do this here Bible study and everything. I remember I told y'all, I thought that I thought it was music that he wanted me to do. But no. It was more than just music. So he did not stop me from doing music, but he would let me know that the Bible study was the main focus. That was the main focus. So I started doing it and I used the Blog Talk radio platform. Matter of fact, I was the one that introduced this same platform to my sister Flo. And then Flo took it to another level, and we used to have a great time. Me and Flo and some other members. As a matter of fact, that's how I learned about Khalid Glover and Dave Hampton. It was through by Flo, and the show that Flo did and broadcast on the Blog Talk platform, and we had a very, very good time on that. So been using it a long time, and I just became loyal to. I had become loyal to Blog Talk, and so I still use the platform. I call in. Matter of fact, I can use my smartphone. That's where I've been doing it now for quite some time. I just use my smartphone to call in to the station and broadcast it through the phone line, as well as do it through this here medium right here, Restream. Therefore, as I am going live on blogtalkradio.com, I'm also going and bringing in broadcasting out to the community in YouTube as well as Facebook. So that's the reason why we do it like this, y'all. And we just saying that I'm going to continue to use it until I just cannot use it anymore. And Blog Talk has not given me any reason to drop using their services. They have not given me any reason to do that. And as a matter of fact, I don't really know of anybody that really listened to the broadcast on Blog Talk Radio anymore, because I rarely go there myself to see to the web to see is anybody really interacting with the site or not. It's been a while since I've done that, y'all. With being in and out of the hospital, like I said, for the last 3 years, y'all, I done been in and out of the hospital so many times. I'm lost count. In other words, and trying to get myself out. I be up and down, have good days and have bad days, y'all. I mean, I might as well just be honest with you. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to be super Christian. A lot of people, you know, they get in front of this camera, and then you would think they Jesus Christ, but no, Ernest is not Jesus Christ by a long shot. I missed the mark a whole big football field. I missed the mark because I haven't got there yet. Now, I'm not trying to talk down on nobody else, but I'm just following my own advice. In other words, I gave y'all a notice on tonight in Facebook. I put up a post: sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. In other words, that's an old song from the Williams brothers back in the day. And all that is telling you folks to mind your own business. That's all that's saying. Just mind your business. You got 6 months to take care of your business and 6 months to leave other folks' business alone. And I remember my sister in Christ, remember my church over there, and y'all, she was the choir director for choir number 2 for many, many years. When my buddy Floyd Carter was the musician there at Antioch. That was way before I became the musician. Brother Carter was the musician there for over 20-some years before I even became the musician at my own church. And matter of fact, I reformulated the junior choir up under, and Floyd was the musician at that time. And me and him used to walk down to the church to practice the kid on Wednesday afternoon at 4:30. That was the time when I would practice the kid. And we would, Lily Bell would always say, what we need to do is get us some business. And Lily Bell was big on saying that, and it was the truth. It was the truth. A lot of people didn't realize what Lily Bell, they would read her wrong. If you didn't know it, you would read her wrong. But she was there telling you exactly what she meant. And she'll let you do all the talk you want to talk negative. She'll let you talk negative, and then as soon as you get through, she's gonna go on to do what she was intended to do in the first place. She didn't let that stop up from doing what we were gonna do. And I liked that about Lily Bell. And so that's why I come out and say, you know, it takes 6 months to mind your own business and 6 months to leave everybody else's alone. That's how come I say, you know, I was just giving an announcement that we will not have, and that is my business. It's the business of Antioch because I'm a deacon. And so what we are saying is that we will not be having the church call Bible study on tonight at 6, but mine will be, if the Lord say so and give me strength, at 11 p.m. as usual. I will go on with my Bible study as usual if the Lord give me strength. And I tell y'all, it doesn't feel great all the time, y'all. I be have up days and down days, up days and down days. Some days a mixture of the two. Some days I'll be feeling okay, like today was one of them. I didn't feel so great, you know. I didn't feel so great. Or in the evening part, the latter evening, I didn't feel so great. And up and down, up and down. But as you can see now, I am feeling a little bit better. I'm bouncing back. I'm bouncing back a little bit. But nevertheless, y'all, if you can't, if you've been joining in on those of you that call in on the Bible study on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock p.m., don't worry about it tomorrow night, or tonight, I should say, because we will not have it. But if you ain't got nothing else to do and you still want some Bible study, just run around over to blogtalk.radio, blogtalk.radio.com, blogtalkradio.com /Midman, and that should take you to my channel there on Blog Talk. But if you want to catch it live, I will be streaming live my Bible study with this application that I'm using at this here present time, Restream. And it will be on YouTube and Facebook. So you can still get some Bible study if you want it. Let me tell y'all something. And then I'm going to go on and kill this video for the night. Y'all, we must realize we can't live other people's lives for them. God gave everybody what they call free will. God gave everybody free will. Now it is God's will that for us to follow in the footsteps of his son. That's what he wants us to be. He wants us, that is his ultimate will for our lives, is for us to be shaped and molded into the image of his son. That means to be just like Jesus. That's his will for us. But now he give us free choice. You don't have to do it. And guess what? You can't fault somebody else if they don't have the same idea and principles that you have. Some of us, some of us were born and bred a certain way. If you were born into a household where you had parents or just kinfolk, period, or people that's not, they didn't have to be your kinfolk. I know there were other people in my life that wasn't kinfolk that had a very big impact on my life coming up. Like I told y'all about Deacon Jones. Deacon Jones was a deacon there at the Church of God in Christ in the McDonald Woods where I was born. And the church was right by my great grandmama and my great aunt. They stayed together over there, right next door to that church. And I used to go over there on the weekend and stay with my great grandmama and my great aunt. And on that Sunday, I would be directly into that Church of God in Christ, right there in the McDonald Woods, called Weaver Temple. And Deacon Jones took me up under his wing. And I learned a lot from Deacon Jones. And not only did right there at the Church of God in Christ, but Deacon Jones would get me and he would take me on outskirts, in other words, outings with him to other churches, various churches. One of them was Antioch. Because like I said, my people were always a member, or most of my people was a member of Antioch. Because see, I got family that's in 3 churches over there in Cuthbert that span 3 churches. I got family at Pleasant Grove AME, I got family at Virgin Chapel, and I have family at Antioch. So, but I started going to church right there at the Church of God in Christ up under the leadership of Deacon Jones. He was the head deacon, if I'm not mistaken, there, head trustee, however it was. But see, I was very small. But I do remember Deacon Jones, and I remember what he tried to instill in me. And see, a lot of the stuff that is instilled in me to this very day is because of Deacon Jones and some of the other elders that was over there. But I do distinctly remember Deacon Jones. Now, I cannot stress y'all that you can learn positive things from people, but just like you can learn positive things from people, you can get other people negative stuff can roll off on you too. And you know, that's how come I love Joyce Meyer. I get up early every morning anyway. I get up early. But I mainly get up because I want to see Joyce Meyer program at 6 o'clock. Because I like her teaching. Because she she try to get everybody to see about them negative, stupid ways that we have. And we think everything is negative. And she try to teach us to stay away from negative people. And I know I try to do it on my Bible study. I tell y'all all the time, y'all know if you'll tell the truth on old me, man, y'all know I tell y'all the very, very same thing. I try to be positive with y'all and tell you the truth. Now, just like my quote said, it's not my quote. This was a song that the Williams brothers wrote years ago. Sweeping around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. That just means to mind your own business. And that little bit used to say, you need to get you some business. See, in other words, instead of you trying to worry about what I'm doing, you need to get you something to do. If you get you something to do, you ain't got time enough to worry about what I'm doing. See, that's what the problem is with us today. A lot of us, we are so busy worrying about what other folks doing, and we ain't doing nothing. That's the big deal right there. If you will get you something to do, you wouldn't have time to look at what I'm not doing. And you wouldn't have time to find the negative thing about me. But try to find the positive thing in people. Try to look for the best in people. That's what I try to do. But I realize, y'all, we got a lot of stuff out here that's not positive. We got a lot of people that go on by doing things in the wrong manner, in the wrong way. But guess what? That's them. We can't live for them. We can only live for us. So with that being said, I'm gonna ask y'all again. Like I said, those of you that are, like I said, local now, we will not have no Bible study this evening at 6 on the church call. That's the local people. That's for the church membership mostly. But those of you that have been calling into the church Bible study on Tuesday night, that will be done this night. But if you do want to hear some Bible study at all costs, you can always join me at 11 p.m. on this here broadcast right here. It'll be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube at 11 o'clock. They look for Miniman. Look for Miniman. And I'm quite sure you'll be able to find it. So with that being said, I'm going to say it like I always do. Or whatever you get into. If God is not in it, it pays you best to come out of it because it's going to come to nothing. Until the next video, next Bible study, whichever comes first. This is Miniman saying peace and good morning.